what is good, Tristan back again with another video. So I'm going to be doing my review, right, for the Premier League season, for the 2020-21 season, because of course the last games were played today on Sunday around 4 p.m. I did miss it because I was working, but this season's been a bit of a roller coaster in my opinion as well, because the way that this season started, yeah, like it was like a Royal Rumble match basically. Like that's why I'd put it for like the first, like, let's say first 10 games of the season. It was like a Royal Rumble match. Literally teams like Leicester going to Man City, slapping them, like scoring 5 goals past them. We get demolished by Tottenham 6-1. Liverpool lose to Aston Villa like by 7 goals, you know. Arsenal like 16th place, like in Christmas. You get what I mean? Like this season was actually like really mental. But again, like I said something right before when the season started, like when the season was like 4 games in, right? It was just high scoring games, like 4 goals being scored, right? And people were like, oh, maybe there's no fans in the stadium, that's why it's happening. I was like, no, like if you look at defense, right? Defense like was tossed out of the window, bro. Like most of these teams, like I was like, defense is a dead art right now. Like what is going on here? Like it's absolutely crazy. But two, also, like if you think about it, most teams didn't have like a pre-season, you know, because of last season, the 19-20 season, right? Like it got stopped, of course, because of the Rona, and then it reset again in June, and then like it ended like in like July, like close to August, and then the guys just went straight back into it as well, no pre-season, so there was like no time to travel, even like adapt as well, you know. It was just like straight back into it as well, and I think that caught most of the players by surprise as well, because I don't think that they were just ready, you know what I mean? But man, and then for me, right, like I will do a reaction to my predictions for this season, like in the next week, or if this upcoming week as well, because I did predict Man City to win the league as well, and they have won the league. I was like, yeah, Liverpool won't win the league because they'll get found out. Like this is what I said. I was like, they'll get found out as well, and I don't think that they'll get number 20 in my opinion. Maybe next season as well, because again, like Van Dijk will be back. But for Man City, right, like they adapted quickly as well, because there was a time, right, where like Gundogan was playing well for them and saving them, and then like Ruben Diaz decided to show up as like, oh wait, I'm a great centre back now. Like I've always been a great centre back, so what am I doing here when you got man like Danny Ings and Dominic Calvert-Lewin slapping goals past me, you know? Like I'm a good centre back, you know, so I need to lead guys, and this is what's happened. Like changed, bro. Like I think it was like November time, right? They went on like a 28 game like unbeaten streak, you know. They were the only like the team that broke it was Man United, like when we beat them 2-0 in the Etihad as well. I was like, man, like I was surprised as well, because I was like, yeah, this City team is still not strong, but they still lose to Man United, you know. And it's just what all teams were this season. All teams were not up to par, in my opinion. Like it's again, for me, I'm a guy that goes off standards, you know, because like if you take a look at Arsenal as well, like 16th place by Christmas, you know what I mean? Like players should, like managers should be getting sacked. Same thing with Chelsea as well. Chelsea spending big, fam, in the summer, signing Timo Werner, signing Kai Havertz, getting Thiago Silva, getting Mendy, getting Sarr as well, Malang Sarr, and getting Ben Chilwell, Hakim Ziyech, and them not even playing well. And of course, again, being managed by a clown, by Frank Lampard. Don't get me wrong, Chelsea legend, but for me, like I predicted that he was going to get sacked. I predicted that Oli was going to get sacked as well, and Arteta. But those two guys, I don't know how they're still in the job, to be honest. But yeah, it's crazy. The race for top 4 like came down to the wire. No, Leicester again bottling it, fam. Like what is going on? Like with Leicester, right? Like I'm like with Leicester, they're a few good players away. Like I'll say 3 or 4 players away from actually like being like top 4 contenders like throughout. Because last season as well, right, they won the top 4 like for the majority of the season, and then Man United stole it from him in the last like game of the season, because that's when it was Lingard went and scored as well, and Bruno Fernandes scored a penalty as well. This season it was Chelsea and Liverpool that stole this slot from Leicester. Liverpool finishing 3rd, bro. You know what I mean? Like I thought Liverpool were going to finish like in 5th place or 6th place this season, but they actually stole it from Leicester. You know what I mean? But you have to feel sorry for Leicester as well, because again, last week they won the FA Cup. This week, missing out on top 4 once again, you know. West Ham doing really well, man. West Ham this season, bro, they've been fun to watch, especially when Jesse Lingard joined them, and he's out here doing the band with like Declan Rice, Thomas Soucek, and Lanzini, fam. I think they were the team on vibes this season, fam. Like I was like, they were really fun to watch as well, and for David Moyes as well, for him to actually like start getting back to how it was at Everton as well, because at Man United the job was too great for him. People had counted him out as well. Went to Real Sociedad, tried speaking Spanish as well. People had counted him out, and to come back. And I think, how many points was he off fourth place? He was 2 points off, fam. So the game, the game against Brighton, if he had won that, he would have been like in the running to actually to be in the top four, you know. But again, football is just like fine margins too, you know. Tottenham, bro, like Tottenham. These guys, fam, like, I don't know what's wrong with them. I genuinely don't know what's wrong. Tottenham started well, really well, you know, and then they fell off a cliff. They fell off a cliff, in my opinion. I think they were top of the league in some point in the league as well. And there was a part of me telling me that they're going to win the league. They want to win the league because I've got Mourinho. Maybe they can actually hold it out and actually grind out results and actually play a boring style of football that Mourinho did with Chelsea 6 years ago for him to actually win it. But it didn't happen. So, you know, like it's Spurs, man, like Spurs. And then that Ryan Mason's there as well as interim manager. I think that they got Nuno Espirito Santo as the manager. He was linked with them. So I'm guessing he's going there because he's leaving Wolverhampton. Maybe he's joining I think Tottenham Hotspur as well. But yeah, it's mad, bro. Because again, the thing is, right, too, like, they were so far ahead of Arsenal, and like Tottenham fans were mocking Arsenal, right? And for them, like, to finish so close to Arsenal in the season that Arsenal had, it's crazy. Like this season, bro, it's been absolute madness as well. Leeds, like the way that Leeds as well, like their first game like of the season against Liverpool at Anfield, they go there and they just lose just by one mistake from Rodrigo, you know, playing well as well, like the style of football, never changing the style of football as well, just always like aggressive, throwing men forward no matter what. They're losing 6-0, 8-0, just throwing guys forward, you know, entertaining style of football too. Everton, they started well, like they thought that, okay, with Everton, right, there was a meme with Nepenthes, is like he's playing F1, is like easy first place. There's like 16th. That's the thing with Everton, right? Like Everton has got like James Rodriguez, Allen, you know, and who else did they get as well? Was it it's not Godfrey as well from Norwich, and like I was like, you know, I think they might finish like 6th or like 7th or even like 5th place, you know. But if these guys finish 10th, bro, crazy. Aston Villa, contrasting differences of a season, fam. Contrasting differences of a season, you know. Last season, barely stayed up. Went to West Ham last season. Jack Grealish putting out the goods for them and actually keeping them up. This season, completely different team. Ollie Watkins, baller. I love this dude as well, you know. Bertrand Traore, he's actually turned into a decent player, because I thought this guy was dead. I actually thought he was terrible, but he's actually like a really good player as well. Them getting Ross Barkley on loan from Chelsea as well. Ross Barkley chipping in to, like, yeah, I've been impressed with Aston Villa this season. You know, like I liked how they play too. Newcastle, same old story with Newcastle in my opinion. Like one game, awesome. St. Maximin on another level, a different game. Dead, terrible. Joe Linton is not doing anything as well, wasting money. Like with Newcastle, it's not always in the middle. It's either really good or really bad. That's what I've seen from Newcastle this season. You know? Like again, like their standard performance. Almiron and St. Maximin. Joe Willock came from Arsenal in the January transfer on loan, saved them multiple times as well, scoring multiple goals. I think scored like in 6 games in a row for them, like saved them. Wolves, disappointing in my opinion. I think that like their style of football this season has not helped him out. Of course, had a big injury to Raul Jimenez, you know, and they didn't get like a goal scorer. They did sign Fabio Silva because they thought that he might actually bang in the goals for them. didn't do it. It's just all around disappointing. Nelson Semedo as well. I don't think he did that much well for Wolverhampton as well. He came from Barcelona, you know what I mean? And I thought it was going to like be a really great performer for them. Crystal Palace, man. Crystal P. It's again, it's just one of those teams like you enjoy watching them play because they've got like a guy like Zaha and Eberici Eze, like these two ballers, but sometimes they'll just not show up as well. And if these guys don't show up, Crystal Palace don't show up, and like anytime when I watch Crystal Palace, right, I'm like, yes, this is like it's gonna be an entertaining game. Then it just turns out to be a stink fest. That's what it was. The one that I remember where they were playing against Brighton, and Benteke scored like in the last minute as well. Started doing the celebration. I was like, great goal in the last minute, but what a boring game that was. Southampton, with Southampton as well. Ward-Prowse, man, like he's the guy. Him and Danny Ings were my standout performance for Southampton this season. From the outside watching in again, like Ward-Prowse with free kicks. Danny Ings is finishing, of course, is crazy, but it's not better than Mason Greenwood's. People want to force that narrative and them beating Liverpool as well. The way that they beat them with the chip, oh mad, like those are like the things that catch my eyes like throughout the season. And the things that I just remember, like I back the team as well, Brighton, Brighton. For the life of me, fam, I actually wanted Brighton to get relegated, bro. Because I'm Man United, bro. I wanted them to get relegated because when they were playing against Man United, right, just because of Morpay, fam, just doing the mocking thing, I was like, nah, get these guys out of here, bro. Like, my friend supports Chelsea, right, and he despises Bournemouth, and Bournemouth were left last season, and he was happy. But for me, like, Brighton is just that one team. I'm just like, nah, bro, I don't like these guys, fam. They need to leave, bro. They need to leave. Like, if you see my match reactions, bro, with Brighton, you understand why, fam. And again, it had to take us, right, for the game to end, and then they had to bring it back as well. Like for Man United to actually get the penalty and score for Brighton. I do not like this team. Don't get me wrong. They've got great players, man. Bissouma, Leandro Trossard, Tariq Lamptey, Shame is injured as well. But yeah, they've got like great players. But again, like I just don't want them in the Premier League. I'm sorry, Brighton fans. For me, it's a badge of honor if a Man United fan doesn't want that team in the Premier League, because that they always give Man United a hard time, fam. Fulham relegated, really disappointed. I knew that they would get relegated, fam. Like I was like, they'll again go up and down. It's like a seesaw club. It's like Norwich, like it's up and down. A team from West London, Chelsea's rivals apparently. With Fulham as well. Like there's Mitrovic banging the goals for me in the Championship, but he can't do it in the Premier League. And it's again, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I thought that Ruben Loftus-Cheek was going to actually help him out. He's just been a bench player like for the majority of the season. Sometimes injured too, but yeah, it's just one of those things. West Brom did a reaction on Matheus Pereira. Go check it out. I think that is one of the great players in the Premier League as well. Like he's obviously going to get signed by somebody else. He's definitely staying in the Premier League. It'll be a miracle if West Brom actually managed to keep him, because I think that is like Aston Villa are interested in him as well. But yeah, man, with West Brom as well, it's just one of those things where they just had a bad start. It was just a bad start, and then Sam Allardyce came in and did actually make a little bit of a difference, but didn't do enough for them to actually stay up, And Sheffield United as well, Sheffield United last season, they were a frustrating team to play against. They even pissed me off this season when they beat Man United in Old Trafford. We were top of the league, and just because of Sheffield United, we lost the top of the league spot, and for them again, bad start. If you have a bad start in the Premier League, it's gonna take a miracle for you to stay up, and that's what happened. I think they went more than 10 games without winning in the Premier League. That first 10 games, which is absolutely nuts. But guys, that's been a review. Which team caught you by surprise this season? For me, there's been 3 teams: West Brom, Leeds, and Aston Villa. Those are the three teams that surprised me this season as well. No, not West Brom. West Ham, sorry, West Ham, not West Brom. So yeah, it's Leeds, West Ham, and Aston Villa. Like that caught me by surprise because just the way that they were playing like as well. And yeah, I've done all my like player of the season, team of the season, young player of the season. So go check that out, guys, as well. And I will do the reaction for my predictions for this season, of course, and in my previous video as well. And if you like to keep supporting the boy, guys, don't forget to subscribe as well. And if you stay this long is to hear me ramble about football and the Premier League, thank you very much. I'm really thankful for the support. You know, it means a lot. It means a lot because I just love football. You know, like it's just a thing that I always think about, like every single time, every single minute. But guys, I've been Preston doing my Premier League review of the 2020-2021 season, and I'm signing out.